Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. I think we have another minute. So I just want to make sure people are able to get on before I get started. It's a rainy, dreary day out there. I did pull back the curtain. I'm hoping that it records a little lighter. I don't know why it's so dark all of a sudden. Maybe I have to play with my settings on my camera. I'm not sure. On my phone. Okay, it looks like it's 3 o'clock. So a few housekeeping tasks before I get started. I do have a new hostess code for the month of May, and I also have a new stamp set. So everybody that puts an order in between now and May 30th, their name will go into a pool, and a drawing for this stamp set will happen. This was a stamp set that was available during the celebration time. And the winner for the April stamp set, I used an on-site, it's called random.org or something like that, that you key in the names and they select a winner, so it's not me. So the person that wins this cute little set is Diane Lowell, so I will be contacting her after that. And then most of you know this week I've been doing a whole paper pumpkin feature thing. I just think it's such a great product. For $22 you get everything. In this particular month it was 8 cards, 8 regular size cards, or A2 as we call them. Everything, really, the only thing you really absolutely need is a pair of scissors. Everything is done for you. Today's project is very, very simple. The other thing I wanted to talk about just for a few minutes, because some people don't always see my emails. I do make up what we call Stamp and Stack card kits. I do these classes in my home, in my classroom, every other week. So next week would have been the week that I would be doing it. I have put out an email for people that want to pick up these kits in on the go. So it has everything in the kit except for the stamp images. Whoops, this one's upside down. We're not allowed to sell stamped images. So this is kit card number 1, and it is a fun fold. It uses a piece of designer paper. This is card number 2, which I just absolutely love. I hope the camera can show. It is just stunning, beautiful. This is a new folder that will be available in the annual catalog, as well as this die card. Stampin' Up! Did release one bundle early to get people enticed. So this is, I cut this die with a piece of vellum cardstock, and the little flowers have vellum in white, and then the leaves are that punch that you've seen me use several times this week. So, seafoam. And then this is kind of a step up. Some people like to do a different version. So this is what we call a double card. Again, using the Magnolia Rain paper. I colored it with my Stampin' Blends. And then this is kind of a masculine card. I try to, and again, I'm on a vellum kick. This is the dies. The white one is from the Sailing Away bundle, but the other 2 are from a new bundle that was in the spring release, the poppies. It goes with the words of the poppies. The paper is Sailing Away. I don't know if it's still available. It is retiring. And if you like lighthouses and boats and compasses and that stuff, you really should go online and buy yourself some. It's beautiful. I just finished a scrapbooking in a bag kit. Sold them all. So if you're interested in some of these card kits, like I said, the cutoff date will be Sunday, so I can make sure I have everything cut and prepped and packaged up. And I know some of you that are on here have purchased them, so you know that you get everything, even the envelope. Each project is $3. You can get as many as you want. I just need to know by Sunday night so I can make sure that I have everything cut. I've already started cutting some, but I can cut more and packaged up on Monday for pickup on Tuesday. Okay. So then for a little humor today, I thought I just did such a Sunday blah. Look what I did. For those of you that have been following me, fighting with the with my linen thread, I last night unrolled it, unraveled it, and rolled it back up. And then while I was doing that, I wasn't paying attention. And as you can see, I threw out, oh, nope, it's right here. I wasn't paying, and I had apparently dropped this on the floor. And my dog's name is Miss Paul. She thought she could help me by unraveling my dots, my glue dots. Needless to say, she had some all over her face. She wasn't too happy when we had to pull them off, and she must have had one stuck on her lip because she kept lapping it, but eventually it went away. So let's not go on and let's get on to our project. Today's card is super simple. I actually followed one of the cards that they wanted us to make. I just changed it up a little bit. Oh, it looks like my phone's going off. Let me shut that off. Sorry about that. I usually do and I forgot. So I just followed the recommendations of this card pretty much. I just added a little bit. As you can see, I added another piece of the crushed curry so that a card could fit. A gift card can fit in there. Of course, money always fits too. With the upcoming Mother's Day and birthdays and anniversaries and all that, this would be a cute card. So we needed very few products. I used this fold card that was part of the kit. And then this was part of the kit. The branches were part of the kit. Took two little birds, and then this little label is part of the kit. The only piece I had to add was this. Let me find a butterfly. So, like I said, minimal products. First thing I want to do is take my bone folder, burnish these down very well. And then I'm going to add this piece because I wanted the pocket to be just a little bit bigger for the gift card. So I'm going to take some of my tear and tape. I'm going to put it on the edge. And I did hang it over a little bit because it was a little wide. Another product, other than my pickup tool, my bone folder, and these scissors, to me are a must-have. There are paper snips. They're always sharp. They're actually too sharp. A couple of weeks ago, I cut my finger. I'm going to take off this paper. And you can see I have some extra tape. I'm just going to roll it over. I'm going to move this out of the way just for a quick second so I can use my grid sheet. Make sure I get this on nice and straight. Looks like I got to trim it just a whisker, as I say. There. Now I'm going to put some more this tear and tape. Some people hear me call it score tape. That's just another brand. And this one I don't have to worry about it being a little thin because I have plenty of room for my gift card or cash, checks. Make sure you burnish that well. Comes off a little bit easier. Peel that off. Something is sticking to my finger. Then peel this one off. And then just fold that back. And burnish those edges well. Inside, I'm going to put the little butterfly I took. I'm going to take a glue dot. I use the ones on the roll just for the ease of classes and videotaping. The ones that you get from Stampin' Up! Are fine. They work just as well. I'm going to put that up in the corner to dress it up. And as you can see, you've got plenty of room. You can put a sentiment up here if you wanted to, or write a lovely note, or a sentiment here, whichever you choose. So now we need to put this tree on before I put that piece. So I'm going to use wet glue for this. And then something that you all have, you don't have to look for it. I don't know about you, but when I do crafts, I'm forever misplacing stuff. So smooth this out. And then I'm going to put it so that this looks like my spring bush. Put that over that. Take my scissors and cut this off. And there, that's stuck. Now I can take this and attach that. This isn't quite as long as the one that I put inside. That's how they designed it. So again, I'm just going to use, because it's so narrow, I don't have much room. I'm going to use a little bit of wet glue. Give that just a second to dry. Take my birds. Put them, I might have put them on a different place. Oh, that one, good, that didn't come with that. Oh, looks like I got it now. And then run over here. Then I took some of those crushed curly pearls, just to accent a few of the flowers. Didn't put one on every single one of them, but a few. And then I need to stamp my sentiment. I'm using Memento Black. And it says, "To my wonderful," and once I decide who I'm going to give it to, I'll add a word on another tag below it. But right now I don't know who I'm giving it to. So remember, this is a polymer, so you need a mat. And just let it sit there for a minute. Not even a minute, but 15 seconds. And the ink will gravitate. I want to pop that up with a few dimensionals. We have two sizes in Stampin' Up! My favorite is these little mini ones. They're such a huge value. And I love that they're not super thick. And then I'm going to put that on this. Probably should have put it on here so I don't go down. That's what I like about stamping and scrapbooking. Most things you can, here's a paper picture. Great to get these little papers off. Put that, there we go. So that's today's project. I will bring in the other projects that I've made this week. Tomorrow will be the final day. I'm going to do a scrapbook page. And I had a list here. The winner of yesterday's cards, which is these two, is Anita. Wednesday's card, I believe, was this one, is going to be Sandra. And Pat, I think, is the hygienia for Tuesday. Monday, I had already sent it out, and I can't remember who I sent it to. So that's it. So you can see you can do a lot with your paper pumpkin, other than the projects that they show you. I hope you like these projects, and I so appreciate everybody that ordered from me in April. I know that this is really tough times, and being a small business owner, it's tough for us as well. So I really appreciate all of your support. I appreciate you guys following me. Please hit the share button today so you can get this card that I've made, and I always stick another card if there's not 2 cards already. So with that, I'll sign off for today. Have a great Friday. Take care, and I hope to see you tomorrow at 10 for Simply Scrapbooking Saturday. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.